Alright, so I wasn't gonna record this part. We just worked the entire day and we just got back. We ate some burgers and I was just like, you know what? Our new rug came in. Just like, oh, let me put the rug out now. It'll look nice, right? Tell me why he thinks this is his new jungle gym. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, hey! He's having so much fun, like just climbing in and out of this pile. Like there's a tiny part of it, tiny, that just wants me to keep it like this so he can have fun. Like climbing and stuff. But this does give us ideas for like what type of toys we should get him. Cause this is fun for him. But yeah, I'll film tomorrow of the finished results cause we're just gonna wrap this up tonight and call it a day. Right, Tara? Tara?
Leave it like this?
No. I'm gonna put it out, but I'll record tomorrow morning the final product. Oh, you're so cute. Alright, just want to share how cute he was playing in his new temporary jungle gym. Okay. Night. Good morning, Taro. Good morning. He almost camouflages into the new rug. I don't know with what adrenaline. Last night I decided, yeah, we could put out the new rug and I would be fine. Oh, hi sweetie. You like the skirt? But I did after working a 10-hour shift. Anyway, it hasn't fully settled yet. We flattened it out as much as we could for now. Plans have been rearranged for today, so we no longer, our friend's no longer coming over today. Might be next week. So we're not in a complete rush. Also, if you could tell, I don't know if you could tell, but this rug is actually bigger. I had to fold it over there or else it would cover the vents. And Tara really likes the vents. So it is what it is. It's too big for this room. We thought it would work out, but the 9x12, this is a 10x14. The 9x12 would have been too small. Like, it wouldn't have covered enough space because Tara likes to run around. So he really likes the fact that all of this is now covered with a soft rug. We are a little annoyed because we thought it was going to be like this one or the runner where it's like really intricate, but it just seems like they kind of zoomed in and enlarged the pattern onto a giant rug and not ooh, yeah, someone really likes a new rug. But yeah, this is so far Stitches. Also, Stitch is there guarding the cable of the camera. That's his duty for now. Yeah, anyway, the rug is out. Today is gonna be more or less of a chill day because I'm tired. I think I pushed myself too hard in the last few days doing a lot of stuff. And today is just gonna be a let's calm down and enjoy the day kind of situation. Yep. Good morning, Tara. He's like camouflaging into the rug at this point. He's just so cute. Also, we realized that he doesn't really like orchard hay. Like, we've been trying to transition him onto like adult hay. He's 5 months old now. Like, August 5th, he'll be 6 months old and an adult bunny. Wow. Pronunciation right now is a little bit, or articulation is a little bit challenged at the moment. Anyway, he'll be an adult bunny soon, so he'll need to eat either orchard hay or Timothy hay. But and we saw that like orchard hay was supposed to be softer and sweeter and like maybe more reminiscent of alfalfa, which is what baby bunnies eat. But we tried transitioning orchard in and he didn't like it. He likes the crunchier Timothy. So maybe but he doesn't really eat the crunchier alfalfa, like not all of it. He likes the soft alfalfa. So I'm very confused. But listen, as long as there's a hay you like, that you're supposed to be eating, I'm fine with that. You're absolutely adorable. Also, is it mean to like leave him to finish most of the hay before refilling it? Because I realized if we just like toss the old hay, like, and it's not old, like I put it out last night. I just kind of want him to finish more of it so there's less of a waste, you know? So I'll let him eat his morning hay before cleaning up and then refilling with fresh hay. This is his snuffle mat. He seems to enjoy eating hay on his snuffle mat. Anyway, it's just cute. I thought I'd share. So, he's found this box and hopped on. He's not supposed to be on this box. Yeah. Also, to be fair, some of these things shouldn't be on this box either. So, we're gonna clean that up and get you off of this box. Right, Taro? You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. Yeah. Isn't this a nice place? Okay, buddy. Time to get off. I love you, but you need to get off of the box. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you do. Do you need help? Do you need help? Okay. Here we go. There you go. Alrighty. So I promised myself that I would feed myself and make myself tea today first, before doing dishes and other things, but I saw the dried dishes from before, and I put them away, and I wanted to make tea, so I washed my teapot. And then I saw we have like 2 of the IKEA drying mats, and then we had another one here, and I saw that was dirty, and I was like, oh, clean dishes can't go on like a dirty drying rack. So I washed that, and I cleaned this, and I put some things away. I'm like, no. At this rate, we're gonna go to 1 o'clock and not eat again, which is not good for me. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make tea, and I'm gonna at least have yogurt and granola first for breakfast, if not some other things, before proceeding. Alright, so for tea today, I'm gonna mix a mix of florals. I have rose petals that I bought at the farm show, sorry, last year, yeah, at the end of the year. And then I have jasmine tea that's mixed with green tea, and then I bought dried jasmine flowers because I wanted a stronger jasmine taste. So that's the tea that we're gonna have today. Alright, apologies, just got a call. So yeah, I wanted to kick up the jasmine flavor, so I was wondering if I combined it with dry jasmine, if that will kick up the flavor without kicking up the caffeine. So I'm just gonna put very little actual green tea leaves in there, because I slept okay last night, but I did not, like, I almost seemed like I had too much adrenaline. So yeah, we're gonna reduce the amount of caffeine that I drink today. And some dried flowers, dried jasmine. I'm gonna put quite a bit just to see if it does indeed make a difference. And then rose tea, just cause it's pretty. I like the smell, I like the taste, makes me happy. So we shall add rose petals. I'm gonna get more soon. I know I should probably be using a spoon, but I'm the only one drinking this tea at the moment. And I also wash my hands a lot because I was just doing dishes and other things. So please don't come at me. Anyway. just gonna rinse the tea first. It's loose leaf tea. It's actually making it such a pretty color. Anyway, it's loose leaf tea, so I will rinse the tea first. Amount of water. So the thing with this is that because it's mostly flower petals and green tea, you don't actually want to use boiling water, because lighter teas and flower teas will apparently burn with really hot water. So I boiled water and then added some room temperature water to it to kind of make it at a better temperature for these. Apparently for green tea or lighter teas, the temperature they should be brewed at is roughly around like 70 or 80 degrees Celsius. I could be wrong, but a lower temperature than black tea and oolong tea. Is oolong tea black tea? I don't know. Anyway, something like that. So I'm gonna let that steep. I do realize that a plastic spoon, like a silicone spoon, might not be my best bet at this point, but it is what it is. I haven't gotten a teaspoon yet. So we'll let that steep for a few minutes, and hopefully I'll have really fragrant tea. Really nice tea. Alright, so this is the spread for this morning. I have watermelon that I cut, granola, and the Oikos berry yogurt. This is, some people say this is good for you, some people say it's not good for you. I don't know, man. It has protein. It's hopefully has probiotics. Hopefully it's good for me. And I have the very berry granola from Trader Joe's here. That has dried blueberries and strawberries, because you know berries are good for you. Supposedly, allegedly. I don't know if this is a significant amount, but hey, I'm adding some. All right, I have my milk tea. The color's very light because I poured it before it like fully brewed, I think. So it's a very light color, but it's fragrant and it's good. And we had some leftover larb from the other day when we went out to eat. I'm actually not going to eat the rice. There's nothing wrong with the rice, right? There's nothing wrong about eating rice. The problem is, this is a plastic container. I don't want to microwave this whole thing. On top of that, the salad should be cold. So if I heat the whole thing, right, the rice will get warm, but the salad will be also warmed. Also microplastics. Maybe, like, this is probably already, like, the rice wasn't hot when I put it in. It was already, like, lukewarm. So, I don't know. Maybe there's already microplastics. I don't want to increase the amount of microplastics. I don't even know if this container is microwavable. So, like safe for microwave. So, I'm just going to eat the top. And yes, I know I could technically separate them into two sections and then keep the salad cold and heat the rest. It's not worth it for me right now to do so. I do think the yogurt, the granola, the watermelon will make me feel full enough that I don't need the rice at the moment. I can always save the rice for later, but I think I'm just gonna eat the salad on top. I have water here as well, so that'll be breakfast. And it's currently raining outside. This is not a sleeping bag. This is like a quilt folded in half. Because we did not order sitting furniture because both of us are comfortable sitting on the floor. And so this is just our setup for now. And it is currently raining outside. I don't know if you could tell, but it is raining. And then Taro is hiding because this is nap time. Alright, I'm gonna eat, maybe watch some things, and hopefully take it slower today. Guess where Mr. Taro might be taking his nap? There he is. He's hiding behind Billy again, amongst his friends. someone just woke up for a quick drink of water. Yeah, it's you. Alright, sorry about that. Anyway, I'm currently done eating. I have put some tissues down because my nails are in desperate need of a trim. Also, it kind of split over here. And that is bothering me more than it should. Oh, someone is grooming. It's always cute whenever he grooms. His little paws in the front, especially, are so adorable. Wah. Oh, are you hungry? Snack? Snack time. Okay, after snack time, I'm gonna clean that up. All right. Maybe snack time. Maybe explore time. It's usually you sleep until like 5 o'clock. Maybe a quick snack before going back to bed. But yeah, I'm just gonna do my nails because they need some help. Oh, it's not even focusing. Okay. Alright, it seems like we're gonna have a little bit of playtime before going back to nap. Which makes me always really happy when I'm home and he's like playing when he usually naps. This makes me feel like, oh, he appreciates me being home. Alright, back to nails. This is the dangerous Tetris game I'm playing, kind of. Not Tetris, but like kind of. We finally bought a matching sets of dishware, and so like because we might have company over, and that is an excuse for us to finally be like, okay, we could stop not having one. And I've wanted one for a while because I like cooking and I like putting them on pretty plates, and something I'm trying to get better at is like plating. That's a huge room of opportunity for me. So we now have like very simple white plates, which I very much like because it's a easy campus to work campus to work with. I have some more dinner plates soaking in there, but I should probably dry these. I kind of just want them to like air dry. I'm gonna wish for the best and hope that they're fine this way. Alright, it's a while later. I apologize. I tried filming like something like this clip about 5-6 times. I tried filming it here. I tried filming it while I was doing dishes. I tried filming it while I was breaking down cardboard boxes, while I was doing my nails, and all of that. Tara's awake, but also still in the space where he naps. Like, every time I walk there, he would stare at me. And I'm just very confused about what he wants from me. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. I'm going to try to sum this up in as concise of a way as I can, because all the previous ones has been rambling. And that is, has anyone watching this worked on their limiting beliefs before? If you have, can you share how you did it and like how far you've progressed? He's peeking out now. Anyway, also, what helped you kind of like get past those limiting beliefs? Because I'm working on that aspect, right? And I'm also kind of like working on affirmations and like healing past traumas, you know, so that we can move forward. And I am making a lot of progress, I think. But the progress isn't as fast as I'd like, which I know I should be patient. Like, recently I found on YouTube, like, the slow life vlogs, and they really resonate with part of me. Like, slowing down and enjoying the little things in life. Because I think I felt, there was a period of time where I think I was really able to tap into that gratefulness, and I was just happy for the sunshine every day I was happy for. Like, there was just so many things I was really happy for. And I'm not saying that I'm not grateful now. It's just, it was a little hard to hold on to that feeling. And I'm trying to actively, practice gratefulness now. I'm like trying to heal while I'm sleeping. I'm trying to do all these meditations and things like that. And like, I know things have their own time of working out. I just wanted to know if anyone else, is on this path too. And like, part of this little life, I do realize I need to take things slowly and be okay with results being slower as long as they are healthier. Like, I feel like it's almost the same with like weight loss. You could lose a lot of weight really quickly, but if you're not doing it healthily, it could, one, yo-yo, or two, really hurt you in other ways that you did not sign up for or want. So yeah. Like, I didn't start this whole YouTube thing for, like, I've always wanted to do YouTube for a while now, like for quite a few years now, like since I would say mid 2010s. But a part of me always thought that, like, I'm not special enough. I'm not, like, and even my mom the other day was just like, well, people on YouTube are the people on YouTube who are successful are people who are special, or like who have something special to share. And and I understand that she was saying it out of like, maybe don't try a career that, you're not prepared for, or you might not succeed in, because she values stability. And I can understand that. And and like, part of the progress I do realize that I made is that I'm no longer that hurt by that comment. When I was younger, I think I would have been a lot more hurt, because she has mentioned other things like that. Anyway, my mom and my relationship is a little bit complicated. But anyway, I thought about it, and I was just, and that's why I started sharing like mostly tarot kind of videos, because like, Taro's so cute, right? And he's adorable, and I feel like he's special and he's worth sharing. And it kind of sucks to say, but I don't feel that way about myself, which is not good. And I should feel that way about myself as well. So that's why, hence, we have this communication, this clip right now. And then, and even though like this clip was hard to make, I literally made like 6 drafts of me essentially saying the same things over and over again, or just in many different insecure ways. It feels like I still want to try, right? I don't know if maybe something I share might be useful to someone. I do think a lot of things I'm experiencing are like common life experiences, although they look different for every person. So I guess in that sense, I hope this is of value to someone. If not, just like my attempt to try something so I don't leave regrets. So I think that itself is valuable too. And I think with us being on social media so much, we lack like community, which is not a novel idea. A lot of people have been talking about it, but like, if I could offer some sort of insight to my life, or like my life experiences, where like before you would have, some people close to you share similar experiences. Maybe you're an only child, or maybe there's someone who doesn't have an older sibling, and I didn't. Like, I was the eldest, and as a result, there's a lot of things I realized I needed to reevaluate about things I thought that were facts, that weren't facts. That was not, like, I didn't have to just submit to what, like, was happening. And so,
maybe this could be useful to someone, and you could feel a little less lonely about maybe experiencing things like this, or maybe you're not experiencing things like this, and it can give you insight to maybe someone near you who might be experiencing something like this. I'm not sure. I realize that this is rambling a little bit too, but I did want to get this out because it took a very long time for me to be able to admit that I wanted to do YouTube as like a job and a career. And like I've been applying to quite a lot of jobs in both New York and Pennsylvania and remote. And none of them have panned out. One almost did recently, but ended up not fully panning out. And I'm almost wondering if the reason why these are not panning out is in some way the universe being like, you wanted this, you should try for it. You know, it's giving me an opportunity to stop distracting myself with another job, with another, you know, like a full-time like career job. I am working right now part-time in like 2 separate places, but they don't require 40 hours a week. You know, they don't require, it's enough for me to pay rent and get by, but they don't require the same amount of attention as my previous career did, which could be up to like 60 hours a week or more. And like by that point, I think I was so mentally burnt out and exhausted that it was impossible for me to, I say it's impossible, but for me it was very difficult to try to find time to then invest the energy into something that I didn't know if I was like cut out for, because again, you know, I was told I wasn't. And it's hard to break out of the mentality of like, I grew up in a relatively traditional Asian household, so I listened to my parents. I was a very obedient child, you know, I didn't talk back when I was younger. To like break out of that mentality first, and then to also be like, okay, what they're saying is not the law, and is not like, just because they think I'm not cut out for something doesn't mean that I'm actually not cut out for it. And I'm grateful to the experiences I've had in my career, because that kind of proved to me that I could do certain things that they didn't think I would be able to do. Anyway, all that is to say that I was too burnt out while I was, you know, while I had my full-time career. I am very grateful to that career and everything I've learned, but I do think that after submitting hundreds of job applications, and I do realize that this could be embarrassing to admit, but it is what it is, that nothing really clicked. Like, I've updated my resume, and I do have like a decent resume. Like, I've worked in retail since I was like 18 years old. I've had back of house and front of house like experiences. I've worked at different level retail stores, ranging from Macy's all the way up to Bergdorf Goodman, and I've worked for a tech startup, I've worked for a boutique, I've worked for big box. Like, I've done all of that. I've done front of house, I've done back of house, I've ran people in operations, I've worked with Apple and AT&T. Like, honestly, quite honestly, I do think like I did pretty well. So the fact that nothing is really hitting is either the job market, or I could take it as a sign to actually pursue things I want to pursue. So that's why you see me like crocheting and knitting and sewing, because I've always had an interest with clothes. I just never felt like I could be the person. Well, I did have the dream where I would be the person designing clothes, but that was cut short very early. Again, I don't want to keep saying this like I'm blaming my parents, but to be fair, my parents worked in the fashion industry before when they were younger, like design and patterns and things like that. and I was just told I was not cut out for it. But anyway, again, for I don't want them to sound like they're horrible parents, because I believe that some of the mistakes that what I deem as mistakes for me, were made out of fear and wanting stability for me, because that's what they needed when they were kids. And I think everyone needs that, right? Stability and like assurance that you have a place to live, food on the table, and clothes to wear, right? But in my opinion is that I'm very grateful that they provided that environment for us. And those are all very necessary in life. But now that they provided that for us, shouldn't we work harder to achieve the next level, which is not just for survival and stability, but how can we truly live life a little more fulfilled, you know? And how do we set an even better foundation for the next generation? So in terms of like generational trauma, in terms of like things that they did to ensure survival but caused, you know, traumas and, you know, insecurity and things like that, how can I reflect upon that and become better for the next generation so that they have an even stronger foundation to build off of, right? Like, so I don't want it to seem like my parents are horrible. They provided a safe environment for us to grow up in. We always had food on the table. We had clothes to wear. You know, we were definitely not well off, until like, and we're not well off now. Like, they're not well off. They are doing decently well for themselves and can afford a bit of extra little luxuries, right? But they're not extremely wealthy. But they already did very well considering where they came from, like where they started out. Anyway, I know this is rambly, but basically, I'm doing all the things that I wanted to do, but people told me that I would not be able to do, just to leave no regrets on the table. I don't want to have listened to other people's opinions of me before I even got to develop as a person fully. And I just came to that kind of realization too. Yeah, I don't want to live my life like that and then at the end of my life look back and be like, well, I wish I had done X, Y, and Z, or I wish I had tried X, Y, and Z. So in order to leave less regrets for me in the future, I want to try all those things now. And if I fail, I fail, right? Like, I'm not afraid that I won't. Like, I have skills to fall back on. Yes, I can't get exactly an amazing job currently, or seem to score an amazing career job at the moment. But then again, maybe it's meant to be so that I could finally pursue certain passions of mine, including YouTube, including like clothes and food and, you know, tarot content, you know, all these things that I wasn't able to kind of pursue before. This break will allow me to fully go through with it, or to explore as much as I can. I realize this is a very long clip, and if you're still listening, thank you very much. You've definitely helped me feel a little less ridiculous. But yeah, that was my like 15-minute long rant. And I have water and milk tea here. I'm looking at like the screen instead of the camera, and I have like milk tea here too. Milk tea is for emotional support, and the water is for physical support. So, but yeah, if you're interested, I'll involve like things that I'm kind of doing to grow as a person, you know, as my own person, as I would like to have been nurtured when I was younger. I'm going to provide the resources for myself I'm going to encourage myself, and I'm going to pursue the things that, I'm going to try to pursue the things that I wanted to do. And if they were too hard and if they were not meant for me, then great. At least that's one less regret in the future. I just don't want to leave myself with so much what ifs. Because there's no way of fixing those unless you actually do them. What else? I'm gonna try scripting, like manifestation, next, and I will keep you updated on how that goes. But let me know if this part is interesting to you at all, and if I should make more videos about this part of my life, or just like little daily things like going to Costco and learning how to cut down on food waste, and learning how to budget a little better, and like buying groceries fresh, like versus what to buy at Costco. Because at first I just thought Costco, great, I was used to living at home with 4 adults, and Costco was a great option then because we needed that much food. But now that it's just me and my best friend, and she doesn't eat a lot, and I'm also making sure that I'm not over consuming. Like I'm consuming enough to be healthy for my body, and I'm not overworking my body to digest food that my body doesn't immediately need or doesn't really need, I guess is my way of explaining it. Costco is not the best option for everything. For toilet paper, for tissue paper, for like things that don't expire, Costco's great. Or like don't easily expire, Costco's great. But for things like fresh produce, a little more questionable. Also, I need to think about what to make for dinner today. So if you want content like that, let me know. I'd be more than glad to share it because I feel like it can help people. But yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, I might update later. I think in about an hour I'm gonna go sew. I'm like one piece of the pattern away. Sorry, I just got a notification. I have to cut one more piece of the pattern, the easy pattern. This has taken me 2 days so far. So if you're a real beginner like me, and I have never made anything other than like mending clothes with like literally a needle and a thread, like I haven't made anything ever with a sewing machine. So the fact that I'm attempting that, I feel like is still quite ambitious, even though they say it's easy 1 hour. Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. Hopefully we'll have a dress by the end of this project, but who knows. All right, that's it for me for now. I have nothing planned to make for dinner tonight, and honestly still feeling slightly tired, and so we're out to eat. And K-pot dessert to wrap up. No dinner. We came home and we decided to harness train Mr. Taro over there. He like froze for a little bit and then went to hide because he got pissed at us. Now he's moving around, but it seems to slightly limit his mobility, just a tiny bit. We only realized when he was trying to groom and like twisted around to groom, and oh, that also might be him having a slight tantrum. Yeah, he's not the most amused by the situation. But like it's important for him to be able to be on a harness. Because like if we need to drive, if we need to go out to do anything, we want to be able to clip his harness into the carrier that we have so that, he doesn't get thrown around, or doesn't try to escape. So I'm sorry, bud.
I'll take it off really soon. This is actually the longest time he stayed in the harness so far. We're just trying to let him see that we've been giving him treats, so this is not just pure cruelty. But yeah.
Oh. All right. Everything's fine now. He is eating, having his dinner of hay. His cute little back is adorable. But yeah, he's fine. We gave him many treats and pets afterwards. A little more grooming, which we have seen an improvement in. He's been more calm. I don't want to jinx it during when I groom him. So I was able to groom him 3 times today. I also realized that if you like brush the middle, like if you let him smell the brush first, then let him like feel the brush comb his like nose/forehead area gently, he'll be a little more open to being groomed. But yeah, he's chill now. He's just having dinner. That's probably all from us, unless he does something more entertaining. Hopefully you got something out of today's vlog. But if you watched, thank you very much for watching and supporting. Taro thanks you too. He just, there, that was his thank you. He'll show his gratefulness through his fluffiness. You're just too cute not to record. Is this your after dinner spoon? Did you have a good dinner? Yeah? Are you liking the new bag? Your paw indicates that you do indeed like this new carpet. That one paw. You have one paw each. You're looking mighty fluffy in the shot. Oh. I'm glad you had a good dinner.